I mean, the media seem to have arrived at the conclusion that it's over, that Burrows has won and there won't be a contest, and so on. And I think that's probably right. I think Robbie would have declared by now if he was going for it. And an outside chance of a Doug Beattie revival. I think Burrows has it. I was quite impressed with both of them when they appeared on Stormont Sources. And I kind of come into the middle between your two positions. I agree with Tim that the electorate in the Unionist Party will vote on style. If there was a contest, they would vote on style, and they would prefer the assertive, confident John Burrows to the thoughtful, kind of softer view or style of Robbie Butler. But I also agree with you, David, that such a contest could have had an ideological cleavage in that all of unionism, I think, has moved to the right. I think John Burrows represents that as leader. That's a movement away from kind of Doug Beattie unionism. And Robbie Butler said to us when he came on the pod, he said that the difference between the Ulster Unionists and, for example, the DUP was that it was unionism with a social conscience. So that's kind of like almost unionism slightly to the left. So there could have been a right-left kind of debate had they got to a contest. But in the end, when the members voted, I think they'd have voted in terms of style, not in terms of left-right, that have voted for the strong guy, and the strong guy looks like Burrows. But just Tim's mention of liberal unionism, I think he's right. I think there were a few liberals hanging around with Doug Beattie and Mike Nesbitt, but I think they've largely gone to the Alliance Party. Butler again told us, because he's got a softer style and a social conscience, doesn't make him a liberal unionist. He's as staunch as ever on the union itself, on the constitutional position. And I think that's right. They're in the Alliance Party and they're there to stay. And in fact, the movement of unionism generally to the right can actually do the Alliance Party no harm because they might gather a few more stragglers in. And just Tim's final point, he says this notion that there's liberal unionists up the Malone Road and so on. There is a sprinkling of liberal unionists along the Malone Road and certain areas like that, but I think most of them are Catholics.